Thank you all for coming. Um, on the way over here, I stopped at a Jack in the Box, and the girl behind the counter said, "Hiya, are you having an awesome day?" Not "How are you doing today?" No, "Are you having an awesome day?" Which is pretty shitty because it puts the onus on me to disagree with her. Like if I'm not having an awesome day, suddenly I'm the negative one. Usually, when people ask me how I'm doing, the real answer is I'm doing shitty. But I can't say I'm doing shitty because I don't have a good reason to be doing shitty. So if I say I'm doing shitty, then they say, "Why? What's wrong?" And I have to be like, "I don't know, all of it." So instead, when people ask how I'm doing, I usually say, "I am doing so great." But when this girl at the Jack in the Box asked me if I was having an awesome day, I thought, well, today I'm actually allowed to feel shitty. Today I have a good reason. So I said to her, "Well, if you must know, my mom died." And she immediately burst into tears. So now I have to comfort her, which is annoying. And meanwhile, there's like a line of people forming behind me who are all giving me these really judgy looks because I made the Jack in the Box girl cry. And she's bawling and she's saying, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "It's fine, it's fine." I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine. And I would like to order a double Jack meal, and I kind of have somewhere to be. So maybe less with the crying and more with the frying, huh? And the girl apologizes again, and she offers me a free churro with my meal. And as I'm leaving, I think, I just got a free churro because my mom died. No one ever tells you when your mom dies you get a free churro. I was in the hospital with her those last moments, and they were truly horrifying. I mean, full of nonsensical screams and cries. But there was this one moment, this one instant of strange calm where she looked in my direction and she said, "I see you." That's the last thing she said to me. "I see you." Not a statement of judgment or disappointment, just acceptance and the simple recognition of another person. "Hello there, you are a person and I see you." Let me tell you, it's a weird thing to feel at 54 years old that for the first time in your life, your mother sees you. It's an odd realization that's the thing you've been missing. The only thing that you ever wanted all along was to be seen. And it doesn't even feel like a relief to finally be seen. It feels mean. It feels like, oh, it turns out you knew what I wanted and you waited until the very last moment to give it to me. I was prepared for more cruelty. I was sure that she would get in one final zinger about how I let her down, or how I was fat and stupid or too tall to be a jockey, how I was needy and a burden and an embarrassment. I was ready for all that. I was not ready for "I see you." Only my mother would be lousy enough to swipe me with a moment of connection on her way out. I don't know. Maybe I'm giving her too much credit. Maybe it wasn't about connection. Maybe it was "I see you." Like, I see you. Like, you might have the rest of the world fooled, but I know exactly who you are. That's more my mom's speed. Or maybe she just literally meant "I see you. You're an object that has entered my field of vision." She was pretty out of it there at the end, so maybe it's dumb to try to attribute it to anything. But I keep going back to that moment at the ICU when she looked at me and, "I see you. I see you?" Jesus Christ, we were in the intensive care unit. She was just reading a sign. My mom died and all I got was this free churro. You know what the shittiest thing about all this is? Is when that stranger behind the counter gave me that free churro, That small act of kindness showed me more compassion than my mother gave me her entire goddamn life. Like, how hard is it to do something nice for a person? This woman at the Jack in the Box didn't even know me. I'm your son. All I had was you. I have this friend, and right around the time when I first met her, her dad died, and I actually went to the funeral with her. And months later, she told me she didn't understand why she was still upset because she'd never even liked her father. And it made sense to me because I went through the same thing when my dad died, and I'm going through the same thing now. You know what it's like? It's like that show Becker. With Ted Danson? I watched the entire run of that show, hoping it would get better. And it never did. It had all the right pieces, but it just couldn't put them together. And when it got canceled, man, I was so bummed out not because I liked the show, but because I knew it could be so much better. And now it never would be. And that's what losing a parent is like. It's like Becker. Suddenly you realize you'll never have a good relationship with the person you wanted. As long as they were alive, even though you'd never admit it, part of you, the stupidest goddamn part of you, was still holding on to that chance. And you didn't even realize it until that chance went away.